to standing up to your sales price?
Well, I mean, we'll build in some negotiation room. I mean, after all, we have to build all that negotiation into it.
Is that what they told you?
Yeah.
Wow. If you don't mind, I'm actually going to be right around the corner from you. Before you make a big commitment like this, I'd like to stop by and just squash a few quick misperceptions about today's market. Do you have an extra 15 minutes to spare before you sign a contract?
Well, why don't you just do it over the phone?
Well, here's the thing. One of the things we know about real estate is that it changes daily. And for me to talk over the phone about what's going on in the market, we spoke last week, correct?
Yes.
Right. So what happens is, between last week and this week, there could have been homes that have come on the market and homes that have sold, correct?
Well, yeah, but
right. So that could change all the numbers, right?
Yes.
And if the numbers are changing, then that means the last conversation we had last week might not even be valid this week, is it?
Mm-hmm.
So would you have 15 minutes to spare later today so I can share with you a couple of big misperceptions based on our conversation?
Okay.
Great. We'll stop by.
All right, thanks. Good job.
I would just add that, David, that was a great script. Jeff has a lot of lines for discount brokers. When we role play, he has stuff I don't know where he pulls it out of. He has it in my file. It makes sense. But talking about scripts in general, one of the things that we're always looking for is new lines. And I don't know if you guys heard what David said earlier today. Does anybody remember that story David told about the Ferrari?
Yeah.
So, I'm always maniac thinking about how can I use this line to make myself better in a closing situation. And I'm like, all right, so this is a perfect thing. You got a Ferrari, it's red. See, he put you in position. It's red, it's chrome, hand-stitched leather. You can smell the new car smell. But with one spark plug missing, how's that go? And I'm like, dude, I can use that. Hey, look, and anybody can call a banker? No, good, all right, I use that one. All right, so I had called a banker come out there, and they had this marketing material. It's so good. I'm like, and they offer so much. And I'm like, yeah, it's like that Ferrari. You guys ever seen a Ferrari, hand-stitched leather and all that? Yeah, just missing one spark plug. Where are you going? Oh, yeah, I got all my spark plugs. You want me to go home? So, let's get going. I'm going to use that line, but I'm always looking for those kind of lines to get in there. And Jeff's other line, just to let you guys know, because this is scripted dialogue, was, it sounds like you're looking for an agent that specializes in discounts. Yes, I am. Great. My question to you is this. How do you expect to net more if someone specializes in netting less?
How do you plan on netting more out of the sale of your home by hiring someone that specializes in less? For discount brokers.
For discount brokers, right. Also,
they're not discount brokers and they discount the commission. They're specializing in giving a discount commission. Do you want your property to be a discount property? Okay, I didn't think so.
Right, and Barry had a line too, which I saw on Facebook the other day, and it was basically so funny. He just wrote, people do the minimum and expect the maximum. Like, you could use that for the discount broker. You're going to hire someone to do the minimum and you're going to expect the maximum. I'll take that tone down there too. I mean, I'm crazy up here when you see me talking, but in a sales situation, I'm total foot off the gas and I'm right there in that moment.
It's great too. You could ask anybody up there, and I guarantee they're going to agree with me. All they're really doing is having a conversation with the person and just continuing asking questions. And Jeff pointed it out. If I do the exact same thing. If I get off track, I'll be like, okay, well, why do you think the house didn't sell? And it gives me enough time to get back on track. Another great script for commission, and I think personally is one of the best, is, okay, what is more important, what you're going to put in your pocket or what the fee is?
What I put in my pocket.
What's more important, what goes in your pocket or the fee? Every time they're going to say, what goes in my pocket? Excellent. Why don't we sit down and show you exactly what I can do to put more money in your pocket? Right?
Commission's a great one. I love scripts. So on the commission one, I always say to people too, they're like, hey, which commission? I said, hey, are you prepared to, after you be talking, if you feel comfortable, are you guys prepared to negotiate a commission that's fair for you, fair for me, and it costs a home to sell? And I'm like, yeah, great, I'll see you at 5. Boom.
Cool. So who else has some objections? Let's utilize this time. Yes, sir.
That's always an objection, but how about...
Do we have a microphone for this gentleman? What's your name, sir?
My name's Dave Dieter. What about voice messages? What about answer machines? What percentage do you get? And do you have a compelling script to get them to call back, or just continue to call? Or
I try to be as brief as possible. You want to give them a reason to call you back. You give them everything, like, hey, Justin Darbo, Keller Williams Realty, local realtor, know your home expired, please call me back. They're not going to call you back. So just leave something like, Hey, it's Justin Jarbo, local realtor. I had a quick question for you before you put your house back in the market. Please give me a call back. 508, blah, 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 blah.
You then follow up with another call